Imagine I grabbed your dad, who has literally been chain smoking for 30 years straight. And don't try and convince me that, oh, my dad has never touched this. If your dad's over the age of 50, there's a good chance he's been smoking for like a solid couple of years and he's been addicted to it. Your dad isn't as innocent as you may seem to think or as he makes himself out to be. You little wretched rat, you're gonna go tell your kids, yeah, kids, I was all innocent, I never did anything. Look at yourself. You're a fucking mess. But anyways, imagine you go to your dad and he's been chain smoking for 30 years straight, and then all of a sudden you remove everything. Imagine that, one pack a day, a whole pack of 12, 20 cigarettes. I don't even know how much is inside, but a whole pack of cigarettes every single day for years, for decades straight, and all of a sudden you just take all of that from him. Cigarettes disappear from the face of this earth, and then, oh, there's no more cigarettes for him. He's gonna feel like shit. He's gonna feel crap. He's gonna get headache. There's been studies that show these smokers that just immediately stop cold turkey. A lot of them get real symptoms, and it's very painful. They get like really bad headaches, really bad like dizziness and fatigue, and they just feel like crap all the time. Imagine that. Imagine we did that to your dad. You wouldn't want to do that, right? You try and get his addiction sorted out another way, maybe weaning off of it, maybe progressively deloading, maybe switching to something else. Because cold turkey generally doesn't work for people who are that addicted, right? Decades upon decades of consuming something, whether it be alcohol, whether it be some sort of other substance, or whether it be those cursed cigarettes. Your dad is addicted and it's painful. You can't just remove it off of them. So then why are you trying to do that to yourself? Let me make you a promise at the beginning of this video. By the end of this video, you have my word that at the end of it, you will have so much more understanding of what diet does to your body, of why you feel like crap sometimes, and why you feel amazing sometimes. And I promise you, I will sell you absolutely nothing in this video. I only have your best interest at heart. You have my word for it. Now, generally in this space of, self-evolution and everything, we try and maximize every single one of the facets of life. We try and maximize each and every single realm and factor of life. We try and become the ultimate man, the man of all the realms. Money, physique, business, relationships, mental health, physical health, everything. Like literally every single realm, right? And the deeper we go into this, the more we realize that diet is one of the huge things, the huge ROI, return on investment things, that if we manage and if we boost and if we perfect, we can actually boost each and every single one of these realms all at a time. Imagine you're just playing whatever, Call of Duty, right? Or whatever games you play nowadays. I don't fucking know, man. Fucking Roblox. And I just told you, okay, I'm going to give you an XP booster, a gold booster, a gems booster, a like weapon skin booster. I'll literally boost everything for you, and all you need to do is just take it, right? Just press X or press what a space bar, and you'll grab the booster. You literally need to do nothing else other than just grab the booster. You don't need to go and fight the dragon. You don't need to do anything. It's just a free XP booster. It's a free booster for everything. That would be an insanely high return on investment. It would be so good for the entire video game, right? It would be so good for your leveling up and you out leveling other people and you outrunning other people. Life is a video game, my friend, and you can do the exact same thing here. So the deeper we go into this and the more we realize, okay, I should definitely cut out processed foods. I should cut out these weird things. What's the best diet? Is it is it paleo? Is it vegan? Is it vegetarian? Is it this? You're going down the rabbit hole, but generally if you're going down the rabbit hole and you're not getting lost within the trenches, you start realizing, okay, generally better to cut out processed foods, cut out sugars, cut out as much carbs as I can, and start eating more meat, right? If you're not getting lost and going down the other paths that are actually gonna hurt your health more than, everything else, right? If you're not going vegan, for example, you know, like that stuff, whatever. I'm not gonna debate diets right now, but basically, if you genuinely go down the right path, you realize, okay, cut out processed foods. Everyone can agree on that. Even the most vegan person in the world can agree that processed foods are just garbage. Processed sugars, refined carbs, all of this shit, right? And then we start removing it and slowly weaning off a way out of these things within our diet, and we see insane benefits. It feels so good, right? Because you're cutting out carbs, which are just kind of useless, and they cause brain fog. And then at the end of the day, we're left with this diet where it's almost, we're very high in protein and fats, but we're very little in carbs. And this is really good, right? Over the last couple of months, I have been bulking significantly hard, right? I went from whatever, I'm usually just standing at a lean 165, 170, here's a picture, to I bulk really hard to maybe the 190s, or I was even planning to reach 200 this year, right? So, and here's a picture of me being bulked up and everything. And normally I eat really healthy, like this really clean diet of the just a bunch of meats and just a little bit of fruit and everything, super very very clean. That's how I eat normally, right? But this bulk forced me to kind of add and integrate a lot of you know rice and grains, and they weren't horribly bad grains, but end of the day they're still carbs, right? They're still the sorts of things that will cause some sort of brain fog. And I was just munching and munching and munching and stuffing food down my face and just eating anything that existed. When I'm on a bulk, if there's food in front of me, it vanishes, it dissipates, it disappears. If there's a goal in front of me, which is to get to a weight or to get to a specific weight that I can move or to build more muscle, anything that's in front of me, I don't care what it is. If it's a fucking mug, it'll go. Anything. It will literally vanish, right? That's how ravenous I get when I'm hungry. That's not hungry when I'm bulking. That's how ravenous I get. Ravenous. I literally eat anything. So of course, this took a toll on my mental health, and of course, this took a toll on my physical health. I'd just be really, really bloated, and I'd be slow, and I wouldn't be able to work, and I'd just feel like a slobbering goblin tumbling around the world, and it just felt annoying as shit. But hey, it's all worth it for the bulk, right? Trust the process, bro. At least that's what I believed, and end of the day, end of the line, I reached similar to last year, right? Maybe around 186 pounds, 190 pounds at 5 foot nine. Keep in mind, so that's a really high weight. 186 pounds to 190 pounds, and I'm thinking, okay, I can reach the goal of 205 pounds, but is it worth adding another 15 pounds of fat for like what, 2 more pounds of muscle? And then it's like, okay, no, why don't we do something more sustainable, something that makes more sense, evolutionarily, sustainably, it just makes more sense that I can stay on and work on my business more, because right now I'm in a big business and financial season of my life, right? So that's what I do. I did, but I made a mistake throughout this process, right? I completely cut out everything that I was eating and went full cold turkey into just meat, just carnivore, right? And have this is something called the lion diet, and it's what makes most sense anthropologically, biologically, evolutionarily. It's just, in my opinion, I'm not gonna debate what diet is best here, but basically cut out all the processed shit, cut out all the sugars, cut out all the carbs, cut out everything. Okay, and I just switched to meat, literally just meat. Day one goes feeling good. Day two goes feeling good. Day three goes feeling good. Day four goes, and I'm just feeling sharp as ever. A week passes, and I feel like I'm over the moon. So that's week one, right? And then it's like, okay, yep, this makes sense. I'm feeling great and everything. And then the second week comes, and all of a sudden, I wake up with this catastrophic headache. I wake up with this catastrophic headache. And when you're sick, like when you're really, really weirdly sick, like you have some sort of really bad flu, and you just feel wonky and lazy and fatigued, and you just kind of want to lie around in bed all day and just roll around and kind of just do nothing. Well, that's exactly what struck me. And I was just so confused, because how can something like this happen? I'm on pretty much the perfect diet. I'm on the diet that I've been preaching, and the people that I look up to have been preaching, and all of the non-biased and non-bribed science has been shown to say, yep, this is the ideal evolutionary way to eat. If you want to add some fruits, okay, but they're not optimal. This is what makes sense. What the hell is going on? And I didn't really understand it. And I suffered and I suffered and I suffered until I understood exactly what the hell was going on. And I took actions and I implemented it. And this issue has been solved from then on. Let me explain something to you. Your body, for the last decades of its life, however old you are, has been used to running in a state that is not anthropologically right, that is not evolutionarily right, that is not biologically right. We are the only animals in existence right now. You go in the wild, you look, not in existence, but you go in the wild and you look at everything. We are all running on a different system. And I'll talk about the systems of energy creation in a second, right? But your body has been used to running on glucose, which is just sugar, to convert into ATP, right? Adenosine triphosphate, which is the energy form, basically the energy currency of the body, right? It's been used to converting glucose, basically just running on glucose and sugars as fuel for decades. And now we're realizing and uncovering that this stuff is so addictive. It's so addictive, and your body so easily gets addicted to carbs. Your body so easily gets addicted to these sugars and these glucose. Think about it. You bring out like a piece of white bread, right? From whatever supermarket. You look at the back of the ingredient list, it's a scroll. You know, the Elder Scrolls from Skyrim? It's a whole scroll you see on the back, right? It's a whole scroll, and you're just reading and 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 reading. And then you eat and it tastes amazing. It's so palatable. It's easy to consume. It tastes really good with its fucking enriched soybean oil, right? It's just easy to consume, and you're just munching and munching down the stuff. Think about a cake. Think about, some sort of fructose corn syrup. Think about these fruit juices. Think about like these weird like processed things, and even just the regular carbs. Carbs in general can be addictive. Think about eating some yogurt, right? Yogurt has it's dairy, right? But it does have some carbs, so it can get pretty addictive. Anything with carbs in it, it's so easy for you to overeat on and get addicted to it, right? And that's the only state you're used to running in, this glucose converting catalytic machine that you are, or you have been for the last decade. This is the only state your body has been used to running on. It's literally the only state. Now, it's only natural, the better diet we have, the less carbs. The more we upgrade our diet for a holistic improvement in all of life, which means not just looking bigger at the gym. You want to look bigger? Go stuff ice creams down your face, right? Of course, your muscles will look bigger because it's just water weight. You're just going to be this bulging piece of water walking around feeling like crap. But the diet that makes us lean, that makes us look better. I've look at my face. Go look at like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, five, whatever. My facial structure has literally changed, and you can go see the difference. Go literally compare Ali 5 weeks ago to this, and there's no comparison. I don't need to say this, right? But the diet that just improves your life in every single way. The more we try and improve it, the less carbs there is. But what the hell happens when your body is used to converting carbs, but there are no carbs? Your body begins to go into something called ketosis. Now, what is ketosis? I'll explain what ketosis is, but you need to know from now that there's a transition period between this carb addicted fuel source energy into ketosis. So, ketosis is simply the process of your body not really burning sugars and glucose anymore for fuel. Instead, it burns something that you have far more of in your body. It is a far cleaner source of energy, and it is a far greater, more abundant, and perfect, natural, correct source of energy to use and burn for energy, right? And what is this? Well, this is simply the fats that you have stored in your body, right? Just fat, right? Throughout your body, you have literally hundreds of thousands, like literally 100,000 calories worth of fat ready to be accessed at any time, a clean source of energy. But instead, you eat those 50 or 300 calorie Twinkies to try and give you energy at the gym. But you've never tried being in a state of ketosis. And ketosis is, like I said, simply you're changing what fuel is being used. Imagine if, you know, when you go fill up your car at a gas station, or when your parents go do that, they fill up a car at a gas station. What you're doing is you're converting the fuel you're using in the car from the shittiest, like 87 octane whatever, to the maximum, like the highest quality, cleanest, cleanest type of gas, right? You're just changing it. I'll give you another example with cars. The engine oil, there's synthetic engine oil, and then there's natural engine oil, right? Synthetic engine oil is the engine oil that's been so highly processed specifically for cars. And natural engine oil, you just go mine some fucking rocks, basically put it inside the car, right? The synthetic engine oil that's been made in a lab for cars are machines, they're not bodies. Synthetic stuff actually works better for them. That's what you put in the cars. Synthetic oil is better than natural crude oil that you put in engines, basically, right? So that's what you're doing. Instead of natural oil, instead of shitty gas, you're upgrading to synthetic high quality lab made oil. And you're also changing the gasoline you're using to the highest quality. That's what you're doing when you convert from glucose into ketosis, glucose energy into ketosis. But here's the thing, there's a very rough period that causes people to just fall back into their addiction so fast, which is the carb fueled addiction, and they just give up on the diet that they decided, yep, this is the best. Their brain realized, okay, yeah, this is the best for my life, I'll do this. Yeah, I'll miss out on some tasty foods. Yeah, I'll miss out on some ice cream. But what will I get instead? A flourishing business, the perfect physique, all of the benefits that we described in the holistic improvement term, right? And then they just give up on it because of this transition period. This transition period is what we call keto flu. So, what is keto flu? Well, your body's been used to absorbing you know, converting glucose into fuel, right? Here's the thing though. Remember that story when I told you for a week straight I was feeling good? That was because I still had some, glycogen and glucose still left over inside my body, right? And my body was still using it slowly, slowly, slowly using it. But what happens when your body runs out of this stuff? It has to run on ketones. There is no other choice. I was just eating steaks, just eating meat, right? Pure carnivore diet. I was just eating that stuff. So your body's just looking around for a form of energy. It doesn't know what to do and it's not used to it. So then, like the smoker who has withdrawals, who knows that the smoking is not good for him, he will feel like crap. He'll get headaches. He'll get dizziness. When he stands up, he'll feel fatigued. He'll feel dizzy and everything. So your body starts getting mad, almost like a girl on her period, right? She starts getting mad, and your body's getting mad because it's not getting what it's addicted to. It's not getting the fuel that it's used to running on. It's just getting angry. It's like, what the hell is going on? And the very common symptoms of keto flu are pretty much the exact same of smokers: headaches, fatigue, dizziness, all this sorts of thing, like these weird symptoms. And people quit because of it. People quit because of this transition period from glucose energy to ketones, which is basically broken down fat. There's a transition period, and through this transition period, towards the end of it, they'll start experiencing keto flu, where their body just kind of hates them. It doesn't want to use the fat yet. It doesn't know how to use it. It should know, because that's a natural state, but you've just been fattening yourself up and addicting yourself to this stuff. But it just doesn't know what the fuck to do. Your whole life you've been eating garbage, and it doesn't know what the hell to do. And you've caused this shit on yourself. You've caused this pain. You've caused this keto flu that you're experiencing. You've caused this. So, motherfucker, you deserve to go through this pain right now. You want that good stuff. You want to feel that mental clarity. You want to feel that optimization, that perfect way of thinking and burning clean energy, clean fat for fuel. You want to experience that? Well, experience the pain of what you put your fucking body through, you obese sack of shit. Experience the pain now, and then, okay, maybe down the line you can deserve, if you can get through this stuff, right? So, okay, I'm experiencing all this pain, dizziness, fatigue, headache, all of this stuff, right? Why did I experience this pain? My body is healthier than 99% of people. It's because of what I did on the bulk. And you've been bulking your whole life, you addicted sack of shit, right? So, my body experienced this. Now, there are two ways to get through this, and it depends on your situation, but there are two general ways to get through this, right? One is in the middle of this keto flu uh, period where you're just suffering, you have a little bit of carbs just to streamline the process. And I know this kind of sounds backwards. Why would I have more carbs just to, leave the carbs? You can only do this if you know you will not get addicted again and just fall back, right? Because this will kind of ease the pain for a couple of days. The pain will come back, but just a little bit less, right? So the headaches will come back, the dizziness will come back, and the like all like the fatigue will come back. All of this will come back, right? It will come back less though, so it's less painful. And I recommend this for like business workers who have to like record videos all the time. I literally couldn't record videos when I had this thing, so I had to do this method, right? I literally couldn't record videos, so I recommend this for people who are working like every single day. They can't afford to take a day off. They can't afford to just lie around and relax, and it's unplanned. They can't really afford to do that stuff. They have to work. They need to work. They can't really take days off. I recommend this method for the people, right? And what carbs can you eat? Don't make it shit carbs. Go have an apple. Go have like a piece of proper organic toast. That's what I did. I had an apple. I had a piece of organic toast, and I had some cheese as well, right? I had some proper cheese, and I think I had some milk. Yeah, that's pretty much it, right? That's what I did. But just very clean stuff. No Oreos. There's not an excuse for you to go eat Oreos. You addicted sack of shit. You addicted sack of shit, right? There's not an excuse for you to have Oreos. So that's that method. There's that method of doing that, and then the other one is simply weathering through the storm. Weathering through the storm, whenever you feel like crap, try and eat more meat. Try and make sure your body is actually getting enough calories in general, because you don't want to undereat. It's very easy to undereat on a carnivorous animal based diet, right? It's very easy to undereat on a low carb diet. So don't stuff yourself with fruits because that will kick you out of ketosis. Just have more meat, have more eggs, have more, whatever animal product that you want to eat. Have more of that. Weather through the storm. Eventually, it'll go, and your body's gonna realize, oh well, thank you for putting us through this. We needed the pain, but now we're using ketones and we feel better than ever. And make sure this is extremely important. Where's my bottle? There it is. This is extremely important. You can see how the bloat was reduced significantly from my face, right? With the bloat, when you go on ketosis and you switch from high carb to low carb, you literally lose like 10 pounds within a week. 10 to 15 pounds within a week. That's crazy, right? But here's the thing, it's not actually fat. You're not actually losing fat. You're just pissing away all the unnecessary bloat and water you're holding throughout your body, right? It won't all go away at once, but 90% of it goes within the first week. What goes with water when you piss it all the way? A bunch of electrolytes, right? Like sodium, potassium, magnesium. So what the hell do you do? How do you replenish this shit? Make sure for the first week, maybe even 2 weeks, maybe even a month, right? However long it takes for you, salt everything. And not any bullshit salt, real salt, sea salt or Himalayan rock salt. Either one of these two, real salt, not your table salt which just has sodium and chloride. Sea salt, which has all of the minerals, right? I even salt my water. Not to the point where it tastes like seawater, but just for the sake of electrolytes. And do not listen to your fat doctors. Oh, I'm gonna listen to homeless. I'm gonna listen to financial advice from a homeless person because I'm a fucking smart person, bro. And the homeless person has a paper that says, yeah, man, I'm a accredited financial advisor, but your doctor's fat and unhealthy, and he can't do a single push-up, and he can't run 50 meters, but he tells you what to eat and how to live. You fucking donkey. You donkey. Do not listen when they tell you that salt is bad. Do not listen when they tell you that red meat is bad. Oh, I'm gonna get angry. I'm gonna get angry. This whole discussion makes me so angry and passionate because my family has been so brainwashed by this piece of information that they don't want to let go that comes from the 1950s, which if they just look and research, they'll realize, oh yes, all of this stuff was bribed. And this stuff is not wrong. And people have been eating only meat for decades. And they don't get their fucking arteries clogged or anything. And salt is really good for you, gentlemen. So why should you even do this? Well, like I said, improvement. But if you need me to convince you more, ketosis is just a stable, long-lasting energy source, and it's far more natural. Unlike glucose, which just burns super quickly and just gone in an instant. You just gotta eat, right? Ketosis is this clean, long-lasting energy. Glucose, although it produces ATP energy faster, it also causes crashes so much. Your energy just kind of goes like this throughout the day. One time you're like, oh, giddy and everything, and it's still distracting. Another time you're just sitting, low energy, and feeling like a sack of shit. And that also makes you unproductive. So, either way, you're unproductive on glucose. Unlike ketones, which produce ATP more per molecule, right? So, glucose produces ATP faster, but ketones produces more ATP per molecule, and it's a longer lasting, no crash, no bullshit, clean source of highly specialized perfect energy, right? It's so clean, it's just perfect, right? Ketones versus glucose. We put them in a boxing ring, only one comes out alive. And it's not your addictive sack of shit obese molecule. Wish not for a lighter load, but for a stronger back.